Behind me is the commune of 3 extreme sports athletes, and we're gonna go check out what they're up to. Hello!
Hey! I was not expecting you guys.
Can we come in?
Come in.
So I'm here with Runa. Runa, having a glass of wine in your own house.
Yeah, thanks. I just finished work and I feel like I can have a glass of wine.
Can you tell us which extreme sports you're into?
I've basically only done skydiving these last years. Quit my job and yeah, it's been full-time skydiving since. Now I got a new job here in Voss in the wind tunnel. So yeah, back working.
How long have you been skydiving and when did you start?
I started in June 2011. So it's only been four years, 4 seasons. Yeah, 4 seasons. And it's been pretty intense since I started. I left my job and it's been full-time skydiving since.
Awesome. So people who are into these things, they all kind of like flock to Voss, you think?
Yeah, there's been a lot, like myself included. I only moved there 2 months ago, so I'm not the one to tell about how it's been here for the last years. But I think there's a lot of people that are here like based on seasons. So they do their summer thing here and then they move away, or they do their winter thing here and they move away. And then there's some people that are here like permanently. So skydiving instructor and skiing instructor is a pretty common combo. This is Jack.
Hi, how you doing?
He's from Australia, West Coast.
West Coast?
Where?
Fremantle, close to Perth, yeah.
Jack, what are you doing here in Voss?
I originally moved to Norway for kayaking and rafting, but in the last year I've stopped kayaking and, well, I still raft for working, but I do more kind of air sports now, so I've learned to paraglide and speed fly and various other sports. Now I'm hopefully soon learning to skydive, so that's kind of where my interest is at the moment.
Oh, how are the kayaking possibilities in Voss?
There is actually quite a large kayaking community in Voss, and most people have just moved here because it is, yeah, an incredible place to kayak. There's not so many beginner rivers, like really easy stuff. There's a few of them, but in the long run, there's like a lot more, slightly more challenging rivers, and yeah, a lot of people to go kayaking with who move here from all around the world.
Have you participated in the Extreme Sports Vico?
Yep. My first year here, I participated in the kayaking race. Unfortunately, last year I broke my hand about 2 days before the rafting, and yeah, so I was going to compete in about 5 different events, but I was unable to compete because my hand was broken. So the only event I was competing in was drinking, and I was probably winning at some stage during that competition. So cool. Yeah.
We're getting cozy on Runa's couch and he's going to show us some of his videos. What are you going to show us, Runa?
I thought I was going to show you like 2 videos that are from the same place. I traveled to California last spring and the spring before that, but with different friends. And sort of like what I'm doing in the first video is the same stuff I'm practicing in the second video, except I fly it in another position. On the second video, I fly it in a head-up position.
Okay.
But in the first one, I fly it in a head-down position.
Alright, well, let's watch it.
Yeah. This is outside California in a place called Lodi. So here we're tracking.
And what's tracking?
It's tracking in car. Tracking is when you add up horizontal speed and vertical speed. So you're actually moving forward instead of just falling straight down. So what we do is, if you imagine one guy flying on his back and another one flying on his belly, and they're flying across the sky. Okay. So here we're tracking, and we go from a track to carving.
True.
So like in these two videos, in the first one and the second one, we're doing the same stuff, except I'm switching from a head down position, which is easier, to a head up position for the second one. So I'm back there 1 year later, practicing the same stuff, just in another position, and it's just as fun.
How long was this free fall?
Free fall lasts, like in general, about 50 seconds, depending on if you fly with your body vertical or if you fly flat. So it differs about 100 kilometers an hour between vertical flying and belly flying.
Whoa, that's fast.
Yeah.
That was it. That was Lodi from 2013, Lodi from 2014. I saw a huge difference.
Yeah.
You've really progressed.
Yeah, it's over a year. With like 800 jumps a year, things happen.
800 jumps a year.
Especially with, but the wind tunnel changes everything. In the wind tunnel, you can just practice and practice and practice as long as you can afford it. But in a skydiving situation, like eventually you're gonna have to pull your canopy and land. Yeah.
Skydiving. What makes you feel that skydiving is like something you're addicted to?
I think the best part about skydiving is, I'd say like 50% is the skydiving itself, with like the freedom and like the I know it's been said before, but I want to say it again, like when you're in the door, and it doesn't matter like what's going on in your life, or if you're just got bankrupt or whatever's going on in your life, when you're like in the door and you exit the plane, nothing else matters for the next 1 minute except that jump. You're like 100% focused on that jump, and yeah, that's pretty cool.
Would you call yourself a skydiving junkie?
Yeah, considering I've lost my car, motorcycle, boat,
Broken your back.
girlfriend, broken my back, knee and ankle. I have nothing. I have no like material values left. I think, yeah, I think that's the definition of a junkie.
That's the hard question. Awesome stuff, Runa. Thank you for that. Now we're gonna check out some of Jack's videos. If I could just get over here.
Yep.
Jack, what are you gonna show us?
Maybe just, I haven't done many edits myself, but maybe just a few clips from just what me and my friends have been up to. Fly with a really good friend of mine called Malachi from New Zealand, and yeah.
Speed flying?
A bit of speed flying. Maybe I'll show you some bit of kayaking or something else. Maybe some paragliding, but yeah,
Awesome.
whatever we got.
All right, let's get to it, Jack.
Yeah, so basically this edit was made a week ago. We got a bit of snow up in Merkdalen, and Merkdalen's somewhere that's flown quite often in the summer, in the winter, but we thought we'd go check it out with the first snows. When it's really wet and depressing and dark in November, you kind of do any excuse to get out of the house. So
Yeah.
this day we went up there with everybody, and we just, this is a run that I've done before in the winter, mostly when I was learning, because this is one of the practice hills for the speed flying course. So it was really fun to go and run it again in the summer on a different wing, and yeah, we were kind of surprised. We didn't think it would be much fun, but it turned out that it was yeah, a kind of full on, but it was a lot of fun to fly as well. So.
Is this like precision speed flying?
There's I guess with any sport you get different kind of categories. Speed riding is the sport of riding on the snow with your skis down a mountain, whereas speed flying is generally not touching the ground at all. You take off and then you land without touching the ground the whole way down. And I guess what I enjoy and I think is kind of flying closer to the ground and closer to the terrain. The idea behind speed flying and the difference between that and paragliding is that ideally we don't want to leave the ground too far. The reason being, if you go really, really, really high up and something happens to your canopy and you fall down, you're going to die. The downside to this is we don't fly with a reserve parachute, so you just have one wing. And the idea being, if you're going to crash into the ground, you're going to be closer to the ground, so it's not going to be such a big fall, but you will be traveling at speeds that
yeah. So wait, so you're a beginner in this? You look so pro up there.
Yep, I guess it takes time, but when I learn something and I become passionate about it, I do it a lot, and I think that kind of, you get a lot of people who've been paragliding for 20 years, but you see them out in the air and they're not looking very comfortable or very in control because they only do it 3-4 times a year. When you live in Voss and you can go speed flying every single day and paragliding when the weather's good, it gives you the ability to get good with not so amount of time.
Yeah, it's been so cozy hanging out with you guys. Thanks for showing me your videos. Thanks for chatting with us, Maria. We're just gonna check out the rest of us and see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Let's get out of here.